मोबाइल रहेगा मोबाइल गाड़ी जोड़े मो चुका शिकार दे पड़ो वो ऑनलाइन बोल करे अच्छा Good afternoon, welcome to VANIK-IAS. We'll discuss current affairs of today and first we'll discuss the objective questions. Consider the following statements with respect to Indian gore. Gores are world's largest and tallest wild bovines, with 85% of current population in India. The Indian gore is listed in Schedule 1 species under Wildlife Protection Act. First statement is right. Largest and tallest wild bovines, right? These are largest and tallest wild bovines that are gores, with 85% of the current population in India. It is listed as Schedule 1 species under the Wildlife Protection Act 1972. It is Schedule 1 species. Schedule 1 species means highly protected. Wait. The fast population estimation exercise, the fast population estimation exercise of the Indian gore bison was carried out in the Nilgiri Forest Division. It is tagged as critically endangered. It is tagged as critically endangered by IUCN or International Union for Conservation of Nature. So, our statement is wrong. It is vulnerable. Vulnerable. It's not critically endangered. And first, second, and third, all the statements are right with respect to Indian gore. Right? You can see the picture of Indian gore also. You may search it, and they are wild bovines, right? Veins, like veins or similar things, wild bovines. So 1, 2, 3 are right. Next question. With regards to India's defense, consider the following type of helicopters. Helicopters. Which of the above two has torrent gun, rocket system, and air-to-air missile? Torrent gun, rocket system, and air-to-air missile. It is Cheetah, Chetak, Rudra. Answer is Rudra. Rudra has torrent gun, rocket system, and air-to-air missile. Right. So far as Chetak helicopters is concerned, it is for evacuation. Chetak helicopter. This is Chetak is developed by Rudra. These are the features of Rudra. That is, it has torrent gun, rocket system, and air-to-air missile. So far as Chetak is concerned, that is developed by HAL. Right. It is developed by Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, HAL, and yes, it is multi-purpose, right? The multi-purpose. It can what it can do. It can do aerial survey, patrolling, emergency medical services. These are things. Aerial survey, patrolling, emergency medical services, service. All these things, offshore operations. These things, rescue, search, rescue. Right. These are done by the Chetak. Search, rescue. All these things are done by the Chetak helicopters. Right. So, Rudra is rocket system, gone, air-to-air missile, and Chetak is for rescue operation, emergency operation, actual survey. Right. Okay. Next is Cheetah. Cheetah helicopter. Yes. Cheetah helicopter. These are multi-purpose, highly maneuverable, and in construction, I mean, highly technological developed. Cheetah helicopters are highly technological developed helicopters. They are this type of helicopters are they are usually in the help of France. Also, we have developed France technology, high performance helicopters, and they are designed over a wide range of weight, center of gravity, and altitude. So far as high altitude is concerned, weight, right? They are designed. These are five-seater, mostly for multi-purpose and very ultimate high altitude. Its primary feature is it can go up to very long altitude, very high altitude areas, right? But it's cheetah helicopter, because just by observing cheetah, you can say that it can go towards tree also, rather than all other tiger species. Cheetah can cat species. Cheetah can go to the maximum altitude, right? Cheetah helicopters, they are cheetah helicopters. They can go to maximum altitude and it can take high amount of weight. So here answer is 3. D is the answer, but these are the features of the two types of helicopters. With reference to Arjun Mk-1A main battle tanks MBT. Arjun Mk-A main battle tanks. Consider the following statements. The state of the art MBT Mk-1A is new variant of Arjun tank designed to enhance power, firepower, mobility, and survivability. Yes, it is a new variant of Arjun tank, that is MBT Mk-A1, designed to enhance firepower, mobility, survivability. Second is, it was designed and developed by Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. So this is also right statement. Arjun Mk-A1, that is main battle tanks MBT. They are is developed by Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, and state of the art. State of the art means it is indigenous. New variant of Arjun tank. So both the statements are right with respect to Arjun Mk-A1. Consider the following statements. Kurinjimala Sanctuary is located in Nilgiri district of Tamil Nadu. Palian tribes of Tamil Nadu use blossom period of Nila Kurinji flower as a reference to calculate their ages. Okay. And all the Kurinji flowers bloom once in 12 years only. Which of the following statements are right with respect to Kurinjimala Sanctuary is concerned? Right. First statement is wrong. Right. Kurijibala sanctuary, it is wrong because it is not in, yes, because Nilgiri district is not in Tamil Nadu. Nilgiri district is in Kerala. So first statement is wrong. Second statement is Pallian trees of Tamil Nadu. Pallian trees of Tamil Nadu use blossom period of Nilkurinji flower as a reference to calculate their ages. It is right. And Kurinjiwala Sanctuary, yes, flower once in 12 years only. This is wrong. It is not in 12 years. We can say that it is 2 years, I think. So second, third statement will be wrong. Only second statement two only will be the right with respect to Kurinjiwala Sanctuary, that is in Kerala. Right. So B only, two only is the answer. With respect to landfills, consider the following statements regarding landfills. Landfills give rise to air pollution and water pollution. Sanitary, obviously, they are landfill. Landfill means the where sewage is. These are landfills where sewage, the household sewage and waste are deposited. They are landfills. Right, in big metropolitan cities, you may see landfills. That is like a huge amount of waste are deposited there. It's like a small mountain, right? Small hill type or plateau type. You can see raised platform, that is called as landfills. Right. Okay. So these are they call air pollution. Yes, because they emit very toxic gases. They decompose. They emit very toxic gases, methane gases to atmosphere. Right. That's why they use. They causes air pollution. And water pollution as well. Why? Because they pollute these waste. They pollute the soil and they pollute the groundwater. So it causes both water pollution and groundwater pollution. Sanitary landfill uses a clay liner to isolate the trash from the environment. To isolate the trash from the environment, they use a clay liner. Yes, that means suppose the waste are deposited, there will be clay over it. They will deposit a clay liner like this, right? So that that will not affect the environment. Municipal solid waste landfill involves combustion of organic substances contained in the waste material. Combustion of organic substances. No, combustion of organic substance is not used. Why? Because combustion will that will produce huge amount of carbon dioxide. So obviously that will be wrong. Huge amount of carbon dioxide it is not done. Right? That is especially combustion means burning. Burning of waste is not a sound procedure. It is prohibited because that will cause a huge amount of carbon dioxide and release of various toxic gases to the atmosphere. And another thing is organic waste. What is the point of organic waste? Combustion of organic waste. Organic substances they can be recycled easily. They will convert it into compost, right? Compost which can be used. That's why municipal solid waste that are segregated. Government is it is saying that every household must segregate their waste. What are the dry waste and what are the wet waste? So for the dry waste, organic waste are concerned, like the spills of vegetables or similar things like that, few foods, they can be converted into compost and they are biodegradable. They will decompose in the presence of various types of bacteria, so that can be used as in agriculture purpose. So there is no purpose to burning of the organic substances. Rest all other materials like plastic and whether they can be such type of similar type of things can be done in case of not all inorganic substances, but combustion waste material is not done. So three option is wrong. Which the following statements regarding green bond is not true? Green bond concept. Okay. Okay. Green bonds investment is only for climate friendly projects. Yes, it is for climate friendly projects. Green bonds are first introduced by European Investment Fund 2007. Green bonds are financial market innovation. Yes, this is a financial market innovation, new type of investment, especially climate for climate friendly infrastructure. That is called as green bond. Green bond are fixed interest loan with short date maturities. No, it is not short date maturity, they are long date maturities. These are not fixed interest loan. Green bond means suppose you can purchase a bond, a 100 rupee bond with 80 rupees. And after 2 years, you can, they suppose maturity period is 2 years. And after 2 years, you can purchase that same bond with, and they will give you can sell the sale bond to those entity and you can get 800 rupees. So bond there, in case of there is no interest, generally there is maturity, you will get some money in the maturity. International EUS Day is held in October 14 every year as an opportunity to reflect on the impact of e-waste. The theme for the year 2022 is recycle it all no matter how small. E-waste, because we got the biggest problem of e-waste is that it is not recycled and they are not properly, the e-waste are huge amount of e-waste are getting generated, they are not segregated, neither the e-waste neither the producers are taking the responsibility. But according to e-waste management bill, there is new clause is added, e-waste management rules, new clause is added, that is recycling of the waste. That is extended producer responsibility. That is called as extended producer responsibility. International E-Waste Day is held on October 14 every year as an opportunity to reflect on the impact of the e-waste. The theme for the year 2022 is recycle it all no matter how small. So both the statements are right regarding e-waste. Remember the term extended producer responsibility. That means it is the responsibility of the producer to collect the old gadgets, electronic gadgets or electric gadgets and recycle them. Which of the following countries boundary touches Red Sea? Right? Which of the following country boundary touches Red Sea? Egypt, Saudi Arabia, Sudan, Djibouti. It's a map of Red Sea. Here, all of them are mm, all boundary touches the Red Sea. Right? Like this. The map of Red Sea will be like this. Right? Red Sea. And here is your Saudi Arabia. Right? And Djibouti is here. Djibouti is here. And Egypt. Here is your Egypt. And there is Sudan. Right? So these are the. There is also Eritrea is also connected to Red Sea. Right? So Egypt, Sudan. Here will be your Ethiopia, Eritrea. There Ethiopia also. Ethiopia will be here. Here will be Djibouti, and here will be Eritrea. Eritrea, right? And in case of Saudi Arabia, here is your Yemen. So Yemen, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, Sudan, Djibouti, Ethiopia, they all are connected to, they are connected to Red Sea. Okay, one, two, three, four. All the statements are right. Next. So the surrounding countries of Red Seas are Egypt, Sudan, Eritrea, Djibouti, and Ethiopia, Yemen, Saudi Arabia. Right. Here is your Saudi Arabia. Here will be your Yemen. Here will be Egypt. It is Sudan. It is Eritrea. It is Djibouti. It is Ethiopia. Right. Consider the following statements regarding global hunger index. Recently, global hunger index was in news. India is performed very poor. Right. Okay, it is biannual report published in 1990, since 1992. Yes, since 1992, the biannual report by two organizations, that is Wellthunger Life and Concern Worldwide. So this is right. Objective of the reports is giving performance appraisal of the countries achieving sustainable development goal number one, that is zero hunger. Right, sustainable development goal number one is zero hunger. As per GHI 2022, India has been replaced the second worst rank in the South Asia region. Yes, after Afghanistan, India is the second most rank in the South Asian region, and it is the SDG goal one, that is zero hunger. It is biannual report, and that is published in 1982 by two organizations, that is Wellthunger Life and Concern Worldwide. Due to some reasons, if there is a huge fall in the population of species of butterflies, what would be the likely consequences? What are the likely consequences of it? Pollination of some plants could be adversely affected. Yes, pollination of some plants will be adversely affected. It is true. There could be drastic increase in the fungal infection of some cultivated plants. Cultivated plants means suppose rice, wheat. Drastic increase. See, whenever drastic increase of some fungal infections, obviously wrong. Right? There is no relationship with fungal infections. And drastic increase means sudden increase. That is not something that will come to happen. It could lead to fall of population of some species like wasps, spiders, and birds. Yes. This may it could whenever there's such it happen, right? Some, see, you can observe these two sentences. Here is some and here is some moderate sentences. This sentence is not, it is very difficult. Drastic increase. So this statement is wrong. So 1 and 3 options are right. 1 and 3 are right. If the population of butterflies increases, then that will create difficult for wasps, spiders, and birds, and that will affect the whole plant ecosystem. Okay. Now we'll discuss prelims facts. Okay. Indian Bison or Gore. Indian government considered a proposal from Colombo to export a number of gores and Indian bisons. Right? Colombo has requested some of Sri Lanka has requested some number of gores for Indian bisons. So Indian government is considering the proposal. It aims to revive the population of Gavaras that have been extinct in Sri Lanka. Gavaras that have been extinct in Sri Lanka since the end of 17th century. Gavaras have been extinct. If the project is cleared, it will be the first agreement between India and Sri Lanka as a part of global trend of wildlife or zoological diplomacy. That is called as zoological diplomacy. Remember the term zoological diplomacy. Whenever you are writing mains answer writing, you can use this sentence, that is zoological diplomacy. Right? And what is this gaur? Gaur is also known as Indian bison. It is a bovine native to South Asia and Southeast Asia. Indian bison, that is a bovine that is native to South and Southeast Asia. That is gaur. The global has declined by more than 70% of during the last three generations. Uh, it is expired. It is extirpated from Sri Lanka and most likely in Bangladesh. It is largest species among the wild cattle and bovidae. It is the largest species. Gaur is the largest species in the wild cattle and bovidae. The domesticated form of the gaur is called as gayal. Gayal, right? Bros frontalis or mithun. Bros frontalis or mithun or gayal. The gaur is the mascot of 54th Infantry Division of Indian Army, which is also called as Bison Division. The Bison Division, it was a mascot of 54th Infantry Division. The gaur is the state animal of Goa and Bihar. Remember, gaur is the state animal of Goa and Bihar. Gaur is in news, right? It is a state animal of Bihar and Goa and Bihar and Bangladesh and sorry, Sri Lanka has asked for zoological diplomacy and to send some of the gaurs to divide its gaur population in its atmosphere because that has already distribution. Continents: Asia, subcontinent, South Asia, East Asia, South Asia countries. Continents are Asia, Southeast Asia, East Asia, South Asia, right? Bhutan, Cambodia, China, India, Laos, Malaysia, Myanmar, Nepal, Thailand, Vietnam, Bangladesh. Biogeographical biomes, that is Indo-Malayan biomes, tropical dry forest, tropical moist forest. These are the distribution of gaur. Threats: loss of habitat throughout most of their range. Susceptibility of domestic cattle diseases like rinderpest, hoof, mouth disease attracts hunters for its horns and hunted for sport. Right? For sports, it is hunted, and for its horns, it is hunted, and they are susceptible to domestic diseases like rinderpest, hoof. So there are threats to the wild horn, to the goyals, right? Conservation status, it has been listed as vulnerable. This is important. Gaur is categorized as vulnerable by IUCN. Red list since 1986. The gaur is listed in Site Appendix 1 and legally protected under all states. Schedule 1 species under Wildlife Protection Act from 1972. Schedule 1 species. Right. Under Wildlife Protection Act 1972. Next. Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder, ADHD. The US Food and Drug Administration recently announced shortage of Adderall medication used to treat attention deficit hyperactivity disorder (ADHD). ADHD is one of the most common neurodevelopmental disorders of the childhood. Neurodevelopmental disorders of the childhood. It is usually first diagnosed in the childhood and often lasts to the adulthood. The children's ADHD have trouble paying attention, controlling impulse behaviors, may act without thinking, about what the result will be or be overly active. Right? Controlling impulsive behaviors will be with the attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. During the earlier time, if a particular children is not getting attention properly, then such type of behavior will develop in the childhood, and that will also last into adulthood. A child with ADHD may daydream a lot, forget or lose things a lot, squirm or fidget, talk too much, make careless mistakes, or talk, take unnecessary risk, have a hard time resisting temptation, have trouble taking terms, have difficulty in getting along with others. These are the problems with ADHD. Daydreaming or too much thinking, daydreaming, right, without realizing the mm, reality. Okay. Now, hard time resisting temptation. Predominantly inattentive presentation. Predominantly hyper impulsive presentation, combined presentation. Inattentive presentation, hyper impulsive presentation, combined presentation. This type of presentation is seen in case of ADHD. What are causes of ADHD? Genetic factors are also causes of ADHD. If somebody's behavior, genetic factors are is behaving like that, genetic factors are also responsible for it. Brain injury. Some people get irritated or impulsive after they suffer from brain injury. Exposed to environmental risk, that is lead, during pregnancy or at a young age. Alcohol and tobacco alcohol and tobacco use during the pregnancy. Then child will be like that. Low birth weight, premature delivery, all these things they lead to ADHD. Adderall, Adderall and treatment of ADHD. In most cases, ADHD is the best treated with a combination of behavior therapy and medication. Combination of behavior therapy and medication. Adderall is the brand name for some formulation that consists of a combination of dextro dextroamphetamine and amphetamine. Dextroamphetamine and amphetamine. These are the brand name for formulation that consists of combination of these two. It is a FDA approved drug that treatment of ADHD and narcolepsy, a sleep condition that causes daytime sleepiness. That also causes daytime sleepiness. Right, that is called as narcolepsy. So these are the treatment of ADHD. The reasons are genetic disorders, brain injury, exposure to environmental crisis risk during pregnancy at young age, alcohol and tobacco use during pregnancy, premature delivery, and low birth weight. Adderall belongs to the class of drugs known as stimulants and increase the levels of dopamine and norepinephrine in the brain. The people diagnosed with ADHD adult can help improve focus, concentration, impulse control, hyperactivity because of its effect on the central nervous system. Right, ADHD. For the past decade, there have been many reports about the growing use of misuse of stimulants like Adderall among the students, athletes who might get enhanced cognition of sports performance. So it is also misused by the sports person and some students. Green investment context. With the world increasingly facing natural disasters, many institutional investors consider climate for an important factor. Right? Many investors they consider climate as an important factor when taking investment decisions. So, what the climate risk and important of ESGs? Climate risk refers to significant changes in the climate that can have adverse economic implications. Significant changes in the climate, that is climate risk, and that may have impact on the uh, adverse impact economic implications. Companies causing more adverse impact on climate can have negative implications on financial performance. Right? Companies causing adverse impact on climate can have negative implications on financial performance. Yes. Adverse impact on climate. So those are hampering climate. They will have also because around 8% of our GDP will lose because of the climate change. On the positive side, companies that adopt clean technologies could also be rewarded by the investors. Right? Clean technologies they will be rewarded by the investors and also they will be rewarded by the government, right? Social, so I mean, uh, with different societies. Okay, this is broadly true for farms embracing environment, social and governance factors. Environment, social, ESG factor. Environment, social, and ESG factors. So every factors that is also one of the, we can say that it is one of the part of the corporate social responsibility of every investment. They should think about the environmental consequences, social components, and governance consequences. Environmental, social, and governance investing refers to a set of standards for a company's behavior used by investors to screen potential investments. To screen potential investments. Environmental criteria consider how a company safeguards the environment, including corporate policies, addressing climate change. So these are the environmental criteria. How they handle the climate change and how environment yes how they safeguards the environment. For example, social criteria examine how manages relationship with employees, suppliers, customers, communities where it operates. How it manage the relationship with customers, employees, communities where it operates. Governance deals with the company's leadership, executive pay, audits, internal controls, and shareholder rights. Internal control and shareholder rights. These things, yes, governance deals with a company's leadership. Executive pay, how much the executives are paid, audits and internal controls and shareholder rights. So securing the rights of the stakeholders, all the stakeholders, the employees and those the communities in which the company is working, that is called as ESG ranking. The developed world has vowed to bring greenhouse gas emissions to sustainable levels by 2050 to prevent irreversible damage to the environment. The developed world has vowed to bring greenhouse gas (GHG) emissions to sustainable levels by 2050. By 2050, the developed world has vowed to bring greenhouse gas emission to sustainable level to prevent irreversible damage to the environment. The financial markets could consistently assign higher valuations and companies that maintain high level of ESG compliance. Yes, higher valuation will be given to the companies those who maintain ESG compliance. One can consider investment of such firms through ESG dedicated equity funds. ESG dedicated equity funds they can investment. That means you will get additional investment fund from those if that means a particular company will get additional investment fund if their infrastructure is climate friendly. NSE, for instance, has Nifty 100 ESG index, which reflects the performance of companies in the Nifty 100 index, which weights based on ESG scores. Based on good ESG scores, Nifty 100 index has started. Okay. What is green investments? The term green investments refers to investment activities that are focused on projects or companies that are committed to preservation of natural resources. Green investments means those investment activities that are focused on projects or companies that are committed to preservation of natural resources that are called as green investments. Okay. These can range from companies that are developing alternative energy technology to companies that have best environmental practices. Green investing can also be achieved through exchange traded funds (ETFs). Green investing can also be achieved through ETF or exchange traded funds, which mimic the stock indexes made up of green companies. Right? So those companies are developing alternate technology that are based environmental practices. They will get the investment that are called as green investment. And many other social sectors, private sectors, they are promoting these green investments as well. Some of the initiatives for natural resources conservation include production of alternative energy sources, the execution of projects pertaining to clean air and water and other such benevolent activities. And other such benevolent activities, the execution of projects pertaining to clean air and water, that is, such type of activities are all under green investments. Right? Alternate energy resources means the solar energy and your, for example, wind energy, renewable energy, alternate energy resources. Green investment is one of the types of social responsible investment. Social responsible investment, right? You are contributing something to the society. So government, you get extra recognition by the government regarding your policies or your credentials. Funds at green investment can be raised by corporations, private equity firms, hedge funds, as well as individuals. Typically, these funds are raised from the securities, mutual funds, electronic traded funds, and bonds. These are green investments. Legacy landfills. Context. The remediation of all legacy landfills in the country are in full swing, and public dashboard on the progress at 2,200 such sites is in the offing. These are legacy. Okay. Remediation of all legacy landfills. Remediation means remediation means bacterial treatment, especially the broken down of the sewage or the waste, that is called a remediation, is in full swing, and public dashboard in progress at 2,200 such sites are the offering. Launched in October 2021, Swachh Bharat mission aims at making all the cities garbage free by the end of 5 years period. End of this 5 years period. Action plans for 1,000 legacy landfills have been approved by the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. While landfills were only supposed to contain the remnants of solid waste after processing, The segregation and management were not carried out over the years, leaving mountains of trash. So there is huge mountains of trash that are because there is no segregation of the waste. That is segregation means segregating the biological, but segregating the say that is segregating biological waste with the e-waste or the organic waste and inorganic waste. Organic waste, if they are segregated, they can be used in a different way, or they can be sold. They can be sold as well. Any waste that has remained down for 3 months is considered as legacy. Down over 3 months is considered as legacy. So 100 legacy landfills sites have been approved. The online dashboard will contain exact number, size, remediation of plant sites, which is estimated to be around 2,200. The sizable landfill is contain at least 1,000 tons of waste. So this portal, citizens would be able to track their progress in the cities, action plans, remediation, legacy landfills. Plans cover everything from remediation to the eventual reuse of the land. What are the legacy waste? What is the, remember this term? Many times they ask such type of terms. Legacy waste. What is this legacy waste? Legacy waste. Legacy waste are the waste that have been collected and kept for years at some landfill and or some burial land. Legacy waste can be categorized into content or stored waste, waste in tanks, canisters, stainless steel. These are called as legacy wastes. Okay. Then buried waste, contaminated soil and groundwater, contaminated building materials, structures. These are buried wastes. What is the environmental impact of such waste? Occupy large space, become breeding ground for pathogens, flies, malodors, generation of leachate, which may lead to water contamination. Right. So that may contaminate the groundwater as well. Contribute to generation of greenhouse gas, pose risk uncontrollable fire. The risk of uncontrollable fire, such type of risks are associated with which these are called as legacy wastes. Okay. So now the question is describe characteristics of types of primary rocks. You may try to answer write these questions. Primary rocks characteristics. Right. You may write yes. This is geography question. Intrusive ignores of different types of intrusive rocks and extrusive igneous rocks, right? And next is these are two types of rocks that are primary rocks. These are primary rocks, right? So primary rocks means igneous rocks that are called primary rocks because they are the one we found in the rock side, right? We do not leave any organic remains. They are when they are from the when hot and molten rock crystallization solidifies. So these are two types, igneous and intrusive and extrusive. And try to write this question. So today's lecture is over here. And like and share this video and subscribe to VANIK-IAS.